Okay, I am Nikki. I'm going to be running a adventure written by our normal DM, Daniel Norton. It is called Portal Jumping. And I have, we're playing in BX with level 3 characters, so let's have some fun. The conceit of this is that the gate of Niamine, it was a secure passage for the Council of 9 Mages to get to Sikir Yastub, and it has been closed. These mages have enlisted the party to travel through a series of gates, which could be safe, could not be safe, to bring a magical relic to the other end, thus reopening the gate for the mages to use. And so we see our party now standing in front of an obsidian archway. And they are in the middle of a courtyard of a long abandoned keep. They see this archway, and it is an iridescent, shimmery, almost oil-looking membrane that has searing heat. And let's introduce our characters. So we'll start with Rush. Tell us about your character.
I would be playing Chukiz, who is the play test of a lizard folk for BX. For those who are familiar with BX, I basically do everything as though I was a dwarf. I cannot wear armor, but I have a natural armor of 5. I can use shields, and to offset my inability to wear heavy armor, I am able to, I have infravision. And so Chukiz was rescued by Bodanka the dwarf, who was also here. So he stays at her side. And as they approach this obsidian gate, you would see Chukiz come up behind his friend whom he owes this life debt to, and he kind of pops his head up over her shoulder, and his claws are like right on her shoulder, and you can hear them going tapping on her shoulder, and he's like, "This one seems the gate of the Black Stone. Do we go through it? Do we go through it? Also, do you have any eggs?" And that is Chukiz.
All right. And Jakiz, do we have any eggs for Jakiz as we move on to Crystal, introducing Sir Rickard Edward Castile III?
Brushing his magnificent mustache with his fingers, he eyes the lizard folk curiously and kind of shakes his head, not really sure what to think of the lizard folk yet. But he looks to the black gate and he speaks, saying, "I believe this is an ill omen. Obsidian is a black marble material, and black is the color of demons and devils. I feel we should be careful as we continue along the way here." And that is Sir Rickard Edward Castile III.
All right. It could be a bad omen. What does Bodanka think about this?
So Bodanka,
sorry.
Yeah, yep. It's fine. Whatever. So I'm Mo, or Michelle, and I'll be playing Bodanka Ironbeard the dwarf. And she is friends with Chukiz. She rescued him. He was in a swamp, and you would think that, lizards would be okay with a swamp, but he was sinking in quicksand, and she happened to be traipsing through, and she heard the hissing and cries of someone in need, and, her not being able to resist, helping someone who needs a helping hand. She found him and was able to rescue him from the quicksand with her handy dandy ropes that she keeps with her. but she looks at this obsidian and she just kind of leans over and just sniffs it a little bit, and she's just trying to sum it up and seeing if she can discover any truths about this obsidian that's in front of her. And she looks over to Kiz, and she actually hands him a chicken egg that she just happened to have in her bag, secure so it doesn't break. But she hands it over to him and says, "Here's your egg for you, Chikiz." And yes, I think we should investigate this obsidian. What was it? A wall? Obsidian fortress?
It's an obsidian archway that has
Archway,
like an ichor or ectoplasm type thing,
Yeah.
like in the opening.
Yeah. So I think we should investigate this because I don't feel right about this.
All right. And what does our cleric, young, playing Brother John Halford, have to say? He has taken his vow of silence.
Evidently not much.
Oh, yeah. Brother John is decked out in a chainmail armor, and you see him with a mace hanging off of his girdle, and you also see a large shield on his back. And he looks at you guys and nods firmly, and he says, "We are gathered here to go through it, yes? Yes, we shall go through it, Chikiz. There is no need to fear, for the might of Saint Cuthbert is with us. We may be shaken and stirred, but every adventure is an opportunity to spread good word of Saint Cuthbert." And he reaffirms.
And last but not least, we have Allertop, our magic user, right? And played by Benji. Tell us a little
That's
about
right.
Allertop.
Well, Allertop is working on research on some sort of magical device that will allow his sister to be able to see. And that is partly because he loves his sister and partly because he's been kicked out of his town because everybody assumes because of his magical talent that is why his sister was born cursed with blindness in the first place. And he has a wisdom score of 7, and so I'm going to try to play that a little bit more like an alchemist, or so last game I was tasting dirt and such to determine the magical properties of it and so on. So that's him. He is not wearing any armor, as you might suspect, and he will hand the scroll case that I'm sure he had Brother John look at and say, these spells on the scroll will do me no good, brother John, but should I perish, if you wouldn't mind bringing the scroll to my family in the village at Sorosozram, then I would appreciate it, and it is possible it would bring a healing to my sister. And that has some spells on it, apparently. Let's see. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Cure disease, silence, and snake charm.
Okay. That's nice. That's a very nice item. All right.
It's silence 15-foot radius.
15 foot. Okay.
What were the scrolls again? They're cleric scrolls, right?
Yeah, they're clerics. It's a cleric scroll with 3 spells on it.
Ooh, wow. And 15-foot silence, and what else?
Cure disease and snake charm.
Ooh.
So I'm deleting that from my character sheet.
So, does Brother John have it?
Yeah, that's.
I think he's giving it to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He looks at Orlatep and says, "You have my word that I shall do as you ask."
Okay. And you have this key that the mages have given you that you have to bring to this to your other end of these portals that you're traveling to, so you can reopen the gate to secure Yastub.
You said that there was some kind of green ichor on the archway.
It's like a
Yeah.
membrane in the gate, like you go through the membrane to get to the other side of the gate. Is that?
Yeah, it's got an iridescent membrane, and it feels very hot. And the mages have given you kind of some clues to on some of these portals. They're like, we hope you can figure that out. I will put this first one into the Zoom. Ichor. It says Ichor opens the gate to darkness. And then it says, watch your step. Yeah, it's just you see it's like I said, it's like like an obsidian archway, and it is pulsating and almost like when you have oil slick on top of water. All the different colors, and it's almost mesmerizing.
Would you like me to carry the key, or would somebody else like to be responsible for it?
Well, before we get to that, let me see here, and Sir Ricard is going to take a quarrel from his case, and he's going to like stick it into this green ichor and see if anything happens.
Gonna stick his coral into the green ichor.
Yep.
The entire coral, or just a single?
Yeah, just like one quarrel. Just stick it
Okay.
in.
You try to. You go to touch the coral to the ectoplasm, and it's almost like it hardens, and it won't allow your coral to be placed through.
Well, I guess we will need the key. Allertop, you may sacrifice yourself. I mean, proceed on for us.
But of course, I'm sure it'll be just fine. Wait, now I have to actually use the key? I thought I was just carrying the key. I'll approach the gateway.
Yeah, you got the impression that key had to be brought to the end of the journey. You weren't sure if it can be used before that. So just so you know, just to make it clear.
All right. Well, I guess I'll walk up with Sir Ricard and say, let's see if we touch it with our hands, if that will do it. And since that sounds like an unwise thing to do, I'm gonna go ahead and thrust my hand into the ichor.
Okay. You thrust your hand into the ichor. It feels oily and gooey at the same time, but it feels hot, but it doesn't hurt. It's more just like hot, like a really hot shower. And yeah, your hand starts to disappear into the to the wall of slime and ooze.
Wow, that's warm enough. Somebody could be gestating an egg, I'll say, just to get to say the word egg in front of the lizard man. I don't have, and this is a hand that doesn't have the key, right? This is just my hand.
Correct.
So I don't know if it actually needs the key. Maybe it only reacts to living creatures. And I'll pull my hand back out again. So I don't know if it needs the person with the keys. Did somebody with, say, magical armor wish to go first? I would invite them, if they would so desire, to be our vanguard.
Well, it does say it'll be dark on the other side, so let me be the light to our path. And Sir Edward will pull Swan Song from his sheath, and he will speak the magical word to light it. And as he does so, it lights with a golden glow and goes, "Oh!"
All right, and you going through the portal?
And he's gonna try and step through the portal with his sword up.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Well, I'm up there. Well, I mean, he went through without screaming, so
Yep.
I'll go through next.
Always a plus.
Since I'm already there, I'll go next.
If you go next, you see Sir Rickard on the other side. There is a strange pool filled with ectoplasm that you went through the wall horizontally, but it appears that you arise out of the pool vertically. And as soon as you step out of the pool, it like hardens again.
I will, I guess, get back to my feet if that change had me fall on my ass. Well, that seemed to work. Oh, it did seem to harden behind us.
Indeed. Hopefully the others will make it through soon. And
Yeah.
Ricard's gonna step off the Icar to let others come through.
Okay.
So I'll go next. So Badanga's going to go through next, but she's going to look at the obsidian archway and just kind of sniff it and touch it. And, is there anything special about it other than what has already been described? Like, do we know who may have made it, or does she have any inkling?
You think it was probably made by whoever is at the other end. Like, there is strange. Well, what languages do you speak?
She speaks dwarf, common, lawful, gnome, kobold, and goblin.
Oh yeah, you definitely can see there is a few goblinish words etched all around the portal.
Okay. And what does it say?
It says, "Stay out. Only Gabo is allowed."
Oh. So she's gonna mention that to her friend, to her lizard friend, and say, "Oh, it says here we're supposed to stay out. But it's in Goblin. We don't listen to goblins, do we?"
This one does not trust the goblins.
So I say we go through with everybody else.
All right.
This one does whatever you command.
So they're gonna both step through.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. You do that, and you are on the other side. You see Ricard and Allertop, and you guys are on the other side, kind of standing on the edge of the pool. And I'm assuming that the brother John is going to go next.
Yeah, Brother John, being a very, very wise cleric, he looks at the portal and shakes his head and goes home. Just kidding. He crosses his arms and he goes, "Well, if I recalled, the mages have explained that we would need a key to return. But I do believe it is quite safe to enter. It would be shameful to let a courageous band of warriors find themselves without a cleric." And he walks through it.
All right. So you're all have walked through. You this Icar has now hardened behind you. You are assuming it was a one-way portal. You have your light sword out, right, Crystal?
I do.
Okay, it is very, very dark on this side, and if you walk up just a few feet from the portal, you can see it ends at some sort of cliff edge, and you're facing down into a very, very lightless abyss. But there are stones floating over the abyss. But they're very, very moss covered, and you can tell they'd be slippery. On the other side, you see a wall. Do you have an abyss with floating stones? And on the other side, what looks like at the other end of the cliff, a large stone wall.
I suggest we don't fall down.
So we're at the edge of a cliff, or like all around us is like empty space, like above.
It looks like you're in some sort of like there was the pool with the Icar is on a some sort of platform. And then all around you is an abyss with floating stones going to the north. And then there's just darkness all around you. Other than that, but at the other end, you can see, just with Crystal's light sword, you can see a wall. And there appears to be some people over there.
People.
Is there a platform on the other side? Or
Yeah.
is it just a precipice without a platform?
No, it looks like on the other side there is a platform that has the wall.
Nice.
Yep. So, but just to get there, you have to traverse these mossy, slippery stones.
Well, I suppose there's nothing to it but to do it. Let us proceed forward, onward, and Ricard will lead the way.
Sure, Ricard.
We have-
How do you propose going across these floating stones?
Ah, well, you see, my good man, I was thinking I would hop from here to that stone, and then from that stone to that other one over there, and proceed thus forthly from stone to stone.
Thus, thou shalt hop from stone to stone? It sounds quite dangerous.
As
Yeah.
these matters usually are, brother.
Is there a pathway around the cliff?
No, you are on kind of a floating platform surrounded by nothingness,
All right.
except for these stones. Yeah.
Well, with but one path, at least we know which direction we should go. Unless we think there's an invisible path that we're not seeing. But I have no means of detecting it unless we have some sand or something we wish to throw in a random direction. I would think that the slippery moss might be a problem for us, those who are not athletically defined, such as myself, or those wearing considerable armor, like a few of you. Is
Yeah.
there? I have some walking sticks here. Perhaps we have some other materials as well that we could put down and create kind of a platform, if you will, of not moss that Sir Rickard could use as a jumping off point.
How
Chikiz
far?
Chikiz would just lean over to Bodanka and just be like, "Those ones do not have claws on their feet. This should make you laugh." Then he just sits there and watches.
He looks over to Kiz. I do not have claws on my feet either.
Yes, but this
I'm
one
sh-
would help you.
You would not be willing to help our new friends?
Do they have eggs?
Um,
Can they trade eggs for help?
I do not know. You would have to ask. But we can worry about eggs later.
Sorry, Young, you were going to say something too?
Yeah, he wants to find out how far away these platforms are. Are they
Okay.
like 5 feet away or 10 feet away?
The other the next portal that you assume is on somewhere on the wall is the abyss itself is 70 feet wide, So
Okay.
each stone is, maybe 10 feet, you have to jump about 10 feet.
Whoa, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brother John looks at Sir Ricard and the others and says, "I do not think it is wise to try to jump from here to over there.
You would need a running leap
We
and
may
be
need
more
to use.
athletically inclined than me.
We may need a rope bridge."
I have rope. I don't have any pythons, though. Does anybody have any pythons?
I do not.
Is
How
there
about
any
a grapnel hook? Anybody got a grapnel hook?
Well, the other question would be, are the stones completely smooth? Like over on the other side, is there any like little rocks that stick up or anything like that?
On the other side of the abyss, or the rocks
s-
themselves, the floating
The rocks
rocks.
that you have to jump to.
Oh, they're pretty smooth and they're mossy. Very, very slippery is what I have written here.
I don't know what your normal jump distance is in BX.
Handy dandy book.
Let's see. Movement.
With an average leap, an average person could probably go 4 feet. If a running jump, they could probably go double that, I would think. If they're athletically inclined, they might be able to make it, especially if they're trying to land just their hands to hang off the other side.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you want to try to jump it, it's a 2 and 6. Modified by Dex if you wanna.
Oh, modified by Dex. Wonderful.
Yep.
'Cause I got an 8 Dex, so I'm sure to make it.
Well, then, I suppose we could tie a rope around our first individual, and many of us could be on the one side of the rope, and if they miss, then we can use our combined weight to then keep him from falling forever and let him back up for another try.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna do a rope and do a team effort here, I'll say 3 and 6. Give you better chance to make it.
Yeah, because
And a
I have a
failure.
7 Dex. And I'm a dwarf. I'm a dwarf wearing armor. So yeah, my chances are very slim.
Yeah, Brother John, he nods. He looks at Orlatep and says, spoken like a truly witty fellow, Orlatep.
Hey, you have that extra
say."
armor, don't you?
And I'll say, since you asked, I'm sorry, go ahead, Allertop.
Oh, I was just saying we have a whole suit of armor that isn't being used. Why don't we tie the other end onto that as an extra, heaviness to anchor it?
I was gonna say, since Chikiz had asked that there's nothing on the stones themselves, but there is surrounding the pool of ectoplasm that you came out of, there would be like some, surrounding a pool, a few rocks and boulders there if you wanted there. You could probably tie a rope to one of those if you wanted on this side.
I thought the ectoplasm was bad. Touching it was bad.
That's where we came out of. We're covered in it, right?
Yeah, you guys are covered in it, so
Oh,
They slimed us.
it wouldn't let you put just non-organic things through it. You had to have some sort of organic thing to get through.
I got
And
you.
it was hot, but it wasn't bad. And like I said, it's like a pool, it's on this floating grassy, kind of like in Warcraft when they have those grassy outcrops just floating in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can think of to this. And then so there are some rocks around the pool if you want to tie a rope there for extra weight, to use the armor. But it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Let us anchor the rope over here. And then he takes one rope and goes over there to tie it onto one of the boulders. And he hands over the other end of the rope to Chikiz and says, "You seem like a fellow who's agile enough to jump across here."
He just kind of shrugs. So am I jumping to the smooth floating type stone, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be one roll for the whole thing. I'm not gonna make you roll like 7 times for each rock. So
Okay.
3 and 6 chance you can kind of like prance your way over there.
Okay. Do I get a bonus for having clawed feet?
Sure, we'll give you 4 and 6. That's a good
Okay.
argument.
I got a 2.
I do. So Jakiz is over there. I'm assuming you tied a couple pieces of rope together because it's 70 feet and most ropes only 50 feet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you said it, I didn't get it. All right. So Jacuz is over there. He's got the rope. He's traversed this yawning abyss that if he looks down, he sees it. It's just black underneath him.
Yeah.
He's on the other side where there are some people standing
He
outside
he lifts his foot and wiggles his toe claws and goes like that.
And since you're
Now,
over
is that-
there,
Uh-huh.
before the rest
Did
of
you
people come over there real quick, Rush, roll me a d6.
Okay. Here's where I get jumped from behind.
As you say, see how they feel about you.
Uh-oh. 1d6. I got a 5.
Especially when you're laughing maniacally.
5.
Yes.
They look at you and they say, welcome. Isn't it lovely here? And they all smile at you.
You'd be lovelier if you had eggs. Do you have any eggs?
Oh, yes. And it looks like they're just townspeople like you'd see in a random town, and they're all building fires and kind of just kind of milling about on this ledge over there with this giant wall. And they offer you eggs and cheese.
I would turn and shout back to Bodenka and go, these ones have eggs.
All right, who's next to go across?
Bodenka's gonna go across because now she's afraid that her friend may be getting himself into something that he may not want to get himself into. Don't take eggs from strangers. So she's gonna try to make her. Oh, but hold on. So did he tie the rope so we could crawl
Yes.
or climb? Okay. So
Yeah.
she's gonna grab a hold of the ropes and make her way over there.
Okay, 3 and 6.
Okay.
And I put the next clue for the next gate in Zoom.
I got a 2.
A 2. All right, yeah, you make it over there with no problems. And these
Yay!
townspeople, oh, another one. Welcome, welcome, they say. Who traverses next?
Brother John would step up, and he's gonna use his mace as like a zip line thing, and propel himself across. And he says, "I have some eggs too. Perhaps I can offer you these." And he tries to go across. What do I have to roll?
3 and 6.
3 and 6. 2.
2, yeah, you guys are zipping right across. Sir Rickard or Allertop?
I wonder if it would be-
Allertop, I shall keep my sword here to light the way.
All right, so I'll go next. Let's see if they, since we've been going, I assume we've been going back and forth, tying the next person and the next person to the rope. Is that what we've been up to?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So I wonder if now would be a good time for you guys to tie the end to our destination. And then if we fall, then when we get pulled up, it'll be to where our destination is rather than our stepping off point. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, so now I just have to roll dice.
Yep.
All right. D6. Oh, I got a 2.
Perfect.
Wow, we're all rolling 2s.
Yep.
I thought we made like a rope bridge spanning the entire distance where we could like hang on to the rope and climb over to the other side. But I guess we're actually tying it to ourselves.
I thought we did a rope bridge as well.
I pictured it was one strand of rope and you're doing the hold down. You got your ankles up over it and you're just going hand over hand with your body dangling down to get across. I mean, I don't know that I would have had time to weave a bridge.
Yeah, I mean that's what I meant. You know, a single
Yeah.
strand, single rope bridge.
Okay.
Crystal, or Sir
And
Ricard.
since Sir Ricard is now on this side, he's gonna grab the rope and like tie himself around it, and then he's gonna cut it from the side that he's on, and he's gonna say, "Don't let me fall!" And he's just gonna swing across the abyss to the wall on the other side.
Roll your d6 as Sir Ricard Tarzans his way across the abyss.
Yes, and this is where I die. Oh crap! I rolled a 1. I can't believe it.
You all make it through. Make it across to the other side. And as you're over there, you see these townspeople. They appear happy to be where they are. And you remember the second clue the wizards or the mages gave you, which was that an alkali odor marks the place. You must bring anger and maybe violence.
Do we smell an alkali odor?
So that means we got to get pissed off.
You see, it's a very large blank wall. Like I said, it kind of stretches out to either side of you. It doesn't look like anything. There's not much to be seen. You don't quite smell the odor right where you are.
I'm sorry. So this is like another platform over an abyss?
Yeah, only this one doesn't appear to be floating in midair. It appears to actually have a wall there, and you're not sure. The wall just disappears up into the darkness, and then it stretches also on either side. So like if you think about you landed kind of on a cliff's edge, and then maybe 50 or 30 to 40 feet in front of you, there's like a giant wall that's just stretching out on either side, and there's ledge that stretches from either side.
I suppose we should walk the circumference, looking for something.
Yeah,
Looking
this
for the
side has a
smell.
ledge. Yep.
Or we could ask these individuals who are hanging out here. Anybody trust them?
Do not trust them, for they reside behind the Black Gate, and as discussed before, only demons and devils tread where black is.
Oh, they're behind the gate?
Well,
Behind
no,
the walls?
they're here. They're not. You don't see any kind of gate on this side, but they are here. So you're not sure how they got here. If they came across through the ectoplasm or.
Well, I say we ask them. So Badanka is now. How close are they? They're really close to us, right?
Yeah, they're just kind of hanging out. They're there on
Okay.
the ledge. Yep.
Okay, so she's gonna to ask them. So, how long have you been here? What is this place?
Well, we've been here. They all kind of look at each other. They smile. It seems like forever. We got here and we never wanted to go.
And where is here? Where are we?
Well, we are in the town of Niev, she'll say.
Miev? Never heard of Miev. And she looks at her friends and she's, have any of you ever heard of the town of Miev?
I'm sure it's some kind of demon word.
And that is possible. I've
What's
never heard of it, but
Brother
nice
John,
here.
what demon word does Niev mean?
I believe it means no.
There you
Not
have
yet.
it.
And
This is a
he
devil
opens his
word.
arms and he says, "People of Niev, I bring the good words of Shane Cuthbert. Have you found the path of the jovial saint?" And he looks around.
Path of the Jovial Saint? I think we worship Fultus here.
Ah, Fultus. Ah, bah. You should reconsider. Saint Cuthbert is much kinder, gentler, and also he allows his flocks to drink and rejoice. Voltus is much more, how do you say, strict.
That is so. And you
Yes.
see that they don't really have a town, and it looks as though somehow they ended up here and for some reason want to stay. You don't know how they're growing their food or what, if there's some kind of magic on them as they're looking at you.
Yeah, he looks at him and says, "How do you find sustenance here?"
They smile at you and they say, well, sometimes travelers will leave us gifts. They're all very smiley.
Brother John, he looks around. He turns back to see Sir Rickard, and Orlatep, and he holds up his finger and walks back to them and says, "I think these folks may have been predating upon the travelers here."
Yes, yes, I do believe they worship the demons of this place, brother.
And as a matter of fact, he casts detect evil.
Okay. You don't feel evil, but you do sense that it's not necessarily evil. It's more just an unsettling weirdness, if that makes sense. Something's not right. It's not necessarily that they're evil, but they've been here a long time and they've kind of lost a sense of their own humanity.
Yeah, he lets that information available for everybody. Says, "I do not feel any malice coming from these folks here."
You think, based
Something
on
is definitely odd.
It is.
There's
you
something
think-
very odd about them.
do you think that we need to cause them to be angry somehow, and that is how we get to the next gate?
Perhaps we should just simply ask them where the next gate is.
Okay, brother, we will try it your way first, and then we shall try to be more bold with them, I suppose.
Yeah. Brother walks up to the people of Niev again and says, "People of Niev, do you know where we could find a next portal?"
They say, portal? Oh, you mean the
Yes.
next, oh yes, the place to the beyond? Yes, you
Yes.
walk,
The
you walk,
pool.
yes. You walk west until you smell I don't know what kind of smell it is. It doesn't smell good, they say. And then as to how you get through, you have to feel truly feel anger. And we're not angry here in Niev, so none of us ever leave. There's no anger here, and they smile.
Do you wish to leave this place?
Oh no, we'll be fine. But if you wish, and he gestures towards the west, he says, if you wish.
Why, thank you. And he looks at the others. To the west.
The west. Onward! And Ricard will point his sword towards the way. And he'll begin leading them that way.
Okay. You see a couple of the townspeople, and they just kind of follow along, and they say, are you going to need help getting angry?
Yes, we may. You could follow us, and perhaps you could leave as well.
Okay, you see 3 people. They're just kind of following you. They're not making any aggressive motions. They don't appear to have any weapons. And you come to a place where you can't see any difference in the wall, but you start to smell, and it says alkali odor. I'm not sure. Does anybody know exactly what that would smell like? I've Googled it, and it says hydrogen sulfide, which I'm not sure.
Have you ever smelled a battery that's gone bad?
Oh, yeah.
That's alkaline.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Isn't
that's what it's,
ammonia also alkaline?
yeah, I think so.
Yes.
So yeah, you smell like a battery that's gone bad. That's a good way to describe it, Rush. Just a really nasty smell. You don't see anything different, but you can definitely smell it.
Hmm. All right. Well, we have found the smell. And Sir Ricard is going to step on his own toe.
Okay.
He's gonna what?
Step on his own toe.
Do we see anything? I mean, is there like a portal or a dried bed of lake or something like that?
No, you just smell a smell, and it looks like a blank wall. And the townspeople, they say, "Oh, that wretched smell." And they see Sir Ricard stepping on his toe, and they say, "Does that make you truly angry?"
Well, we are here, but I see no portal. Have you lied to us,
Well, you have to.
Cultists of Fultus? And he spits on the ground.
And you start to see in the wall, it looks like the rock is starting to melt, almost like it's becoming mercury. You know, that liquidy look to it.
Mhm.
You start to see that as Sir or Brother John starts to spit on the ground, and Sir Ricard is stomping on his own feet.
And Bodanga's gonna take Chikiz's eggs away to tick him off. Say, I'm gonna take these back from you because you took these from some people that we don't trust, and I don't think you should have them. The hopes that that'll make him angry.
Does that make Chikiz angry?
I'm sorry. I missed what she was saying.
I'm taking your eggs away from you. We're trying to piss each other off, so I'm going to take your eggs away from you and hopefully that'll make you angry.
It doesn't make him happy. And he reaches and tries to snatch the eggs back from you, and he goes, "Mine. Those are mine. I have earned them."
She snatches them back. Says, "No."
Yep, so you two are fighting over the eggs, and one of the townspeople walks up to Allertop and just starts smacking him right across the face. Just slapping him, slap, slap, slap. We're trying to help you. We're doing this for your own good.
This is actually how my home village treated me. So, ow, not the face, not the face.
So now that everybody's kind of done something, Bodanka, make a roll d6, and we'll say 5 and 6 chance that there's enough anger now in the room to open the portal.
It's a 2.
2, okay. You guys see that liquid mercury? It's really somehow contained within a kind of almost like in the wall. The mercury is not spilling out, just like a square of mercury appearing in the side of this wall of stone.
Sir Ricard will say, "Quickly, onward!" And he will charge through the wall. Angrily.
That's right.
Hopping on one foot.
Yeah. And as you hear the townspeople say, "Good luck, and you're welcome.
Oh, shut up, you Cotus of Foltus. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries as he jumps into the portal.
Okay.
Well, if these guys are really really nice, but they've been smacking me, I'll see if I'll drag one of them by the arm with me as I go through.
Okay. You drive. He's like, what? No, I want to stay. Yeah, he comes through with you.
No, it's too perilous.
Everybody, as they go through, stepping through, needs to make a save versus spells.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
So whatever your save is versus.
Ooh, 17. I made it.
Okay.
I did not. Allertop fails.
I failed as well.
Okay. What about
And we
Badanka?
got to go under our number, right?
Over.
No, you want to get
Over.
over. Yep. Equal to or over.
Okay. I did not make it. I got a 4 and I have a 14.
Okay. What about Jaquez?
No, I take that back. I got a 12. But I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
What about Jaquez?
What do I got to roll again?
Save versus spells.
Oh yeah, sorry. 12. I got to roll under.
No,
No, over.
over.
Oh, I failed.
Okay. So the only one who made it was Brother John.
Yep.
All right. Anybody who failed, so everybody rolls a d6 for me.
Jaquiz got a 2.
Okay. That extra armor you had is now lost in the folds of the multiverse.
Oh no.
Well, I couldn't use it anyway. I was
Yep.
gonna trade it for eggs.
I got a 6.
6. What was your magic item?
I didn't have one.
I didn't have
No,
you
I take
roll.
that back. It was a ring. Ring of animal handling.
Oh yeah, you lost that.
Ah, dang it. I was gonna get a pet.
In the folds of the multiverse.
I rolled a 5.
A 5. So any oil, lantern, or torches you have is now gone.
Oh, okay.
I know you have your light sword, so it's not as big a deal.
I got a 2.
A 2. So armor, but you're not wearing any. So you are now naked.
Oh,
You lost your clothes.
this is the second adventure in a row that I've been naked. For those who don't know, I am a eunuch, and it becomes very clear.
Oh man.
Again, a clawed finger gets pointed in your direction, and you're.
Young, did you have to
Oh,
take
man.
off?
Oh yeah. I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
So it's up to you guys whether you want to just kind of continue to play and role play and wait for Young to get back, or if you want to take a break at this point.
How do you think this is going to be a full 4-hour deal?
No, I don't think so. You were through, there's 5 portals total, and you're through 2 of them. So
Okay, yeah, we can take a quick break.
Cool.
Good to me.
I'll see you guys back soon.
Cool.
okay, 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
Is Crystal back?
Yep, Crystal's back.
Okay.
So you've stepped out of this second portal. Some of you a little bit lighter on items. Some of them were important, and some of them maybe it's just less to carry in your backpack. And as you step through the shimmering portal of almost Mercury, you come into what looks like the edge of a forest. You can hear the buzzing of clockwork automatons, and you can hear the sound of saw blades as you see a large sawmill operated by what looks to be about a dozen artificial brass-made automatons that look a lot like, some of them look like gnomes, some of them look like dwarves. And this is what you see. And it doesn't appear that they have noticed you yet.
Ah, Bodenka, it seems that your kindred are here.
I'm not a gnome. I'm a dwarf. These
some
are
of
not
them-
dwarves. Or some of
No.
them were some of the dwarves?
So, some of the automatons look like dwarves. Yes.
Oh, they look like dwarves. Okay, I heard no, but not dwarf. But they're made out of metal. Those are not my kin.
Ah, nonsense. I'm sure if you speak to them, they will be happy to escort us to the next place we need to go.
So she just kind of looks and looks over at the metal dwarves and says, "I guess I can talk to them. They're very strange."
Yes, but beware. This must be a work of wicked sorcery. And then he looks back and realizes that Orlatep is not wearing any clothes and his eyes widen. It's like, prudence, Orlatep. You should put some clothes on. When did you disrobe?
You know, I've always been a quick disrober, and it just was getting uncomfortable. And oh yeah, and then that portal, it seemed to take them away from me. So that was true too. Do you have an extra change of clothes? I don't wear a change of clothes. You get used to them, you know, and they just start smelling just like you.
Well, I do have this robe. And then he unpacks and pulls out his like a monk's robe, one of those brown things that you put on over your hair.
Oh,
Yeah, and he hands it over to Orlatep. Yes,
thank you.
Make
Thank you very much.
Yep.
I
You're
will.
very kind.
Allertep's gonna start packing extra clothes.
That'd be a bad idea because for some reason Orlatep keeps going naked.
Chikiz stuffs the dirty snakeskin loincloth that he had back into his pack.
Oh, well, I guess next time. This. Oh, that makes me feel sad for Chikiz in a way. I just picture this forlorn look on this lizard man. As
Yeah.
forlorn as a lizard man
Aw.
can look. Okay, so
This one just
Budenka.
wanted to help.
yeah, you want to walk up to one of these brass? They look like they're made of brass automatons.
Yeah, I'll walk up to one of the dwarf-looking ones and say, "Hello,
Hello,
I am Bodanka. What is your name?"
I am Rick Fizzlebub.
Well, hello, Grick Izzlebub. Where are we? Can you tell us about this place that we're at?
This is where we work. This is our sawmill.
And
We lumber. We cut the trees.
and where is this sawmill at? Like, what is this place called around us?
This place called Elwyn. I am stealing tonight. Stealing.
Is that
Okay,
one
so
human still with us?
Oh yes, I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
gonna-
one. The one
Should
y'all.
have taken his clothes.
I'm gonna call him Borshank.
Poor Shank. Are you sensing that the mental domination over your over your mind is fading?
Borshank doesn't know what's going on. He looks pretty shell shocked. So yeah, you think whatever was upon him is gone.
So, what are you cutting the trees for, Rick? Is that just what you do here? Do you have a purpose?
This is our purpose. We cut the lumber. This is our curse.
It's a curse? And she just looks with a little bit of a surprised look on her face. Why are you cursed?
We rejected the dwarf way, chose lumber over gems. Now we are all cursed to lumber forever as these things.
As these things, so were you always metal?
Used to be flesh, used to be skin.
And she looks over at Chikis and just with a shocked look on her face, these were dwarves, live dwarves. Who cursed you?
Our god. Tack.
And I'm sorry, what was that?
Tack.
Tack.
T-A-K.
What I know of the god Tack?
Yeah, he's in my BX anyway. He's one of the dwarven gods. He liked writing and he liked gems, and they decided to go for lumber over gems, and so he cursed them to be lumbering forever.
Oh, I can't believe they would curse my kin just because they wanted something different. I just can't believe that. So is there anything we can do to help you break the curse?
No. We must lumber forever. And you probably should too. And he tries to hand you a rusty saw that's sitting on the ground next to one of the trees.
She just kind of just smiles and just kind of pushes it away and says, no, I actually do prefer mining. I will cut down trees when it's needed, but it's not what I would want to do forever.
He says, okay. Just a warning. Don't go into the shrine. Can't go into the shrine.
What's in the shrine?
The gem. The gem of tech.
And is it bad to touch the gem?
He says, if you like to be flesh and not metal like us.
Okay, so she looks over at her comrades and I mean I'm sure they're all sitting there listening.
If
So
they
do you
speak
want to
Dwarven, he's
go-
talking to you in Dwarven. So.
Oh, he's talking to me in Dwarven? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, so she looks over at her friends and she explains what's going on, that they were dwarves that were decided to reject their god's ways and have been cursed, and they mentioned there's a shrine here that has a gem in it. And she's also going to ask, is there any other portals? Is there any other ways out of here?
The dwarf will say, not that I know. And as you're asking that, you see one of the little ones that looks like a gnome. He's got a pointy hat, like a garden gnome.
Mhm.
Comes over and he just says, he pulls on your armor. He like tugs at you to get your attention and says, time is short and pulsing of ruby clock will guide you into the barrel beneath the waves. And then he just walks away. And I put that in the chat.
Okay, hold on one second. Time is short and pulsing a ruby clock will guide you into the barrel beneath the waves. So she ponders. Did everybody hear that part, or was it speaking to dwarfish to me?
Probably everybody heard that.
Okay. So she looks at everyone. She says, any idea what that means?
Sounds like gibberish to me.
I agree, brother.
Well, perhaps it has a dumb meaning that is still useful.
Yes.
Fine.
Would you like
Time-
some cheese? He pulls out his ball of mozzarella that he always carries.
Yes.
Offers it to you.
You guys do see, as he says that, coming from kind of a hole in the ground, like a slight reddish glow, kind of coming from. It looks like there might be some way to get down under the ground.
Do you see that over there? The reddish glow? Should we go
What is that?
investigate it? Maybe that's what they were talking about, a ruby clock. If it's a ruby glow, maybe there's a ruby clock over there.
Well, there does need to be light for it to be a pulsating thing of light, I guess. Let's take a look.
Yeah, you head over and you see a stairway, like in the ground. It's right there by the mill because there's a big sawmill, right?
Mhm.
It looks like it leads deeper into the earth. But you do see a couple of automatons that are kind of watching you as you're looking at the stairs.
Is it light in this place? Can I put my sword away?
You can, yes, yeah. It's sorry, I should have made that more clear. You're outside. You're like on the edge of a forest.
Okay.
You go down. The ruby light is probably shining enough to where you might not need your sword.
You know, given the physical tasks that we had to do already, there might be more future ones. I wonder if they wouldn't mind giving us some of their lumber for future building of bridges or whatever. So I'll turn to the ones that are looking at me and say, "Hey, you guys aren't doing anything. How do I get my hands on some of this lumber you guys are preparing?"
You want our lumber?
Yeah, can I get an armful?
Yeah, they'll give you some.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm haggling. I'll give them some little gemstones from my pouch.
They still get the gemstones and they say, "No, thank you.
Oh, all right then.
Just take the lumber. It's what we do. We lumber."
Alrighty then. Free is the right price as well. Well, you guys want to go down these stairs?
No,
Or you guys?
no. And you start to see him kind of twitch, you know, that robotic twitch.
Hmm.
Do not go down. No, no.
Oh. Do you happen to know where another place that has ruby light in it is? Because I think we're supposed to go towards the ruby light.
No, cursed. Ancient shrine. Can't go down. Is what they say.
What? You cannot go down, or we cannot go down?
Nobody goes down. Nobody. Not since. Not since. Not since. And he's getting kind of stuck.
Ooh, I'll slap him.
Oh. Okay. You slap him and he says, "Nobody enters the shrine and they're going to attack you."
Ah!
We're gonna go into combat.
Yay!
So we'll do initiative. Well, first I have to declare action. So Sir Ricard, you see Allertop has slapped this malfunctioning automaton. You have two that are kind of blocking the entrance at this point to the shrine, and you see two more that are kind of coming up where they see what's going on. So you've got 4 automatons.
He doesn't really realize what's going on yet, so he's just gonna sit there stroking his magnificent mustache, and just kind of like, "So, what is our next plan?"
Okay. What
And
about
she's
you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask you what you want to do.
Well, she's telling him. She says, "I think they're about to attack us. Get ready."
Oh, nonsense! They're too cute, and all they do is lumber.
Gosh.
Well, I don't think they're going to be doing that anymore. At least not right now. They're trying to prevent us from entering that shrine.
And I think Orlotep was negotiating with them for some wood. Isn't that right, Orlotep? And he goes over there.
Ow! Yes. I think they're trying to fight me.
Yeah.
Didn't-
Brother John takes out his mace and he's like, "By the gods, you're right." And
When I
he's
told them
about
we
to
were going
fight.
down below, they said we couldn't, and then now they're all feisty.
Feisty.
Like they're about to kill us.
So what are you doing, Brother John? I'm sorry. I was
He's gonna attack back.
okay. So melee. You're gonna use
Strike
melee?
back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Badango be melee as well.
Melee. Okay. Rush. Or I'm sorry. Shukiz.
Chukiz pulls out his he's got what looks to be a branch with a petrified clavicle bone of some creature as an axe head, and he is preparing to go to melee.
All right. And Allertop, as this guy is going to attack you.
I don't know. I guess I'm trying to. I don't know how moving out of combat works. Like if there's attacks of opportunity or shit like that. But I guess I would like to move and keep my staff, my walking stick, between me and the what I suspect is a littler legged individual.
Okay. I don't think there's an opportunity attacks in BX. Crystal, I think you ran this a little bit more. Are there?
Not really. I mean, like you can judge it as you see fit.
I would
You
think if
run.
they win initiative, then
Yeah.
he would get to attack you first,
Mhm.
Benji. But if you guys win initiative, movement goes first, so you could move out of the way.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
If he's already engaged and if he runs, then they get a free attack. But if
Yeah,
he's doing a fighting retreat, then that's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't get the free attack.
If you do a fighting retreat, you can move half your movement back, and they don't get the attack. But if you do a full run, they get I think it's a +2 to their attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's what it says. That's right. Okay.
Well, I'm doing a fighting retreat then.
All right. So I'll have you roll initiative, Benji, for the group D6.
Okay. 3.
Okay, you guys go first. So movement happens first. So you are retreating out of the way.
Hey, stay back! Stay back!
There aren't
Brother-
any miss.
Brother John's gonna come between retreating Allertop and the attackers.
Okay.
Thank you.
And that would leave us to melee. So that's Bodenka.
Okay. So I'm going to. So how many are there total?
Excuse me, 4. There's 2 that are kind of right there, and 2 more that aren't quite. You'd have to run to them essentially.
Okay. So who's attacking who? Like which one is actually attacking somebody so far?
There's one automaton that was trying to attack Benji.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually go after that one.
Okay.
And then I'm
attack.
going to. All right, I'm gonna hit it. Oh, what kind of weapon do I actually have? Come to think of it, I have a battle axe. According to this, I have a battle axe, a bow, and a dagger. So I'm gonna attack with my battle axe.
Okay.
And I got a 10. Which did I get? I doesn't
Oh.
say I get any kind of bonus for attacking anything.
Yeah, I
with my
don't think
strength.
that'll hit anyway because they're armor class. And you're yeah, that would hit. You got a 10, you don't get any kind of bonus?
I don't think so. It doesn't say. Well, yeah, it says 1d8 plus 1 for damage, but strength, it doesn't give me any kind of pluses. It just says open stuck doors on a roll of 1 to 3 on a 1d6. Doesn't say have any kind of bonuses for my strength.
What's your
What
strength?
is your strength?
14.
So that'll be a +1 to attack.
Yeah, that'd be +1. Yeah.
Oh, does it? Okay, well that's 11. I don't
that
think it's
hits-
gonna make it though.
No, that hits armor class 8 according to this. Because you're
Oh,
third
yeah.
level, right? Yeah, so that's their AC. So
Oh, okay.
roll some damage.
So it's a 1d8 plus 1 damage. Where's my d8? Here we go. I got a 2, so 2 plus 1, so 3.
3. Okay. You slice into this guy. You see him kind of start sparking, and he's really nonsense. He's really going kind of crazy now.
It's nonsense for you to be attacking us.
Oh wait, I misread their armor class. That's okay. I'm not going to retcon it now. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
All right, sir, or sorry, brother.
Brother John, who wasn't sleeping.
Yep, the other 3 are going to have the right armor class, but that one's going to have the weaker one armor class.
All right, Brother John is going to say, "Not since what?" And he's going to swing. And I roll 16. That is a hit at AC 1.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
And he does 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, you well, you tell me how you cut down that one in front of you.
He just baseball bats the head across the distance.
And he says, "Not cool."
Like, I can't hear you.
All right. So there's that leads us to Chiku's. You've got one that's right up there, and then 2 more coming in.
Sorry, I had my microphone up. Is any of them on Bodanka?
Yeah, there's one that Brother John just killed, and there's another one that was kind of right next door that's going to go after either her or the retreating Allertop. So yeah.
Okay. But whichever one is closest to her is the one I'm going to go after.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, which hits for me on AC 4.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. What is my battle axe?
Their armor class is 6. That's
Oh
the
shit,
8, I meant
that's
6.
a 2-handed weapon. I didn't even realize that. Okay, that's good to know. That means I'm not using my shield at the moment. Okay, so it's D8 plus 1. So I rolled a 6 plus 1 is 7.
7. That's what I rolled for his hit points. Tell me how you take out this guy who's going to go after Bodanka.
So he just like leaps ahead, and you just hear this like hissing like this, like that, and he brings this primitive bone-made battle axe, just cleaves it right in the head, and it just sinks into the metal. Surprising for something made of bone, but again, it's petrified, so it just kind of right inside of the brain, and it just kind of blinks and falls backward. And as it falls, he yanks his battle axe free and turns to face the other one.
All right. Yep, you have 2 more running up, and they just got there, so you have 2 more that kind of got there. They're like, halt, intruders, do not go into the shrine, halt. And let's roll initiative again. Benji?
The robots didn't go, did they?
What?
The robots
The
didn't do
robots
anything?
go?
Well, you guys killed the 2 that were up there, and there was 2 more coming in, so that was their move. They just kind of moved up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
They weren't
All
in, they
right.
weren't in range to attack to melee you, and they can only melee.
I rolled a 3 again.
Okay. Ooh, they rolled a 6. So one of them is going to rush up and attack. 1, 2. Just randomly. It is Brother John. And one of them runs up and says, "Do not enter the shrine." And that's a 13, so that hits armor class. Look at my book here. They attack. 5, what's your AC, Young?
AC 4.
Oh, yep, so he misses you. And the other one's going to attack Chikuz. But misses terribly with a 3. And it's your guys' turn. We didn't declare actions, but I'm assuming everybody wants to just melee. You're just fighting. I'm sorry, I should have done that.
No, you're fine. I'm meleeing. So
I'm meleeing
Okay.
this time as well.
Same.
Melee.
And Olertep,
He doesn't really have a ranged weapon.
you don't
It
have to
looks
do
like we're
anything.
Easily defeat them. I'm going to give them words of encouragement.
You do that as Sir Rickard steps forward to enter the fray.
Sir Rickard says, "Gads, they're treating us as lumber," and he will use his mace to swing at one of them.
Okay.
Oof. And he hits armor class 7.
7, nope.
Okay.
These guys are 6. And they say, everything is lumber, everything. Go ahead, Bodenka.
All right, so she's going to attack the one that is that's next to her, which that's the one that was going after Sir John, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Just gonna do it again. I got a 15.
15.
So
oh,
15
yeah.
plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, then D8. Another 2, then plus 1, so 3.
3. Okay. So he's still up. But you took a good chunk out of him. He's sparking. Go ahead, Brother John.
And he replaced, correction! Olatep has no wood. And he rolls. I miss.
You miss. Okay. Go ahead, Chikuz. Or Chikiz. No. Chikiz. Sorry.
he steps to the next one. Rolls a 12. This time will hit 6.
6, that'll hit. Yep.
This time only doing 5 points damage.
All right, it's another one down. So you have one still up. We'll this time we will declare actions unless someone is changing, though. I don't think we have to. Everybody still is gonna gang up on this poor guy.
Yep.
Okay. So roll initiative, Olertep.
Oh, look at that. 3.
All right, you got a 2. So you guys can go ahead, beat him down. Go ahead, Sir Rickard. Crystal?
Oh, sorry, I have my thing up. Ricard steps forward to like hit him, but he accidentally steps on the toe that he had stepped on before. And he's like, ah, with the 3 that he rolled.
All right. Bodenka, you see Sir Rickard step forward and he kind of trips and this automaton is still trying to get you to go away.
Okay. So she's going to go up to it and attack it again.
Okay.
And let's do that. Oop, get the dice out of the way. I got a 3. Won't be hitting nothing with that.
This automaton like whoo, whoo, dodging out of the way. He's got like super, he's one of those wheelie ones with a wheel instead of legs. Brother John.
Cross. And with 11, he hits armor class 6,
Yep, that'll hit.
and he delivers 7 points of damage.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, tell me how you just smashed this guy.
Yeah, he smashes it horizontally, and it crushes one of the wheels. And as it collapses, it like hits its head on the ground and just shatters into pieces.
Nice. You see the pulsating of the red glow is getting like more intense, and in the distance you hear intruders, intruders, and you can kind of hear rustling through the trees of what you think might be more of these things coming.
I think we better go,
Gosh. Let us
because who knows how
flight.
many are coming after us now.
Yeah, Brother John agrees and starts running.
Did the one that hit its head, did it like is its head cleaned off the body? I guess what I'm saying. Okay, because I'm gonna pick that up because that might have the answers to a magical sight for my sister thing.
Yeah,
It has
take it.
it has like yeah, I suppose it has eyes that would be helpful for that. Anyway, yes, let's go.
The Ricard will look to the person that's standing there and say, "Come with us if you want to live."
All right.
To the person that came through the portal.
Oh, for Shank, yeah, he'll go, okay, and he'll start running after you guys. So you run through, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I got this right. You run through, you see a dwarven shrine at the bottom of the stairs. A shrine set upon like one of those, a dais or a dais with an altar at the front. The altar has a giant red ruby pulsating above it. And on the dais is on the altar is a very big scroll, very, very big scroll.
Well, Allertop, this seems to be your area of expertise. And Sir Edward's going to keep an eye on the stairs.
All right, I guess I'll get closer, get a better look.
Okay, on the scroll is a picture of a barrel, and the ruby starts pulsing even faster.
Time is short and pulsing a ruby clock. So what is it that's pulsing? It's not the scroll, it's the gem.
The ruby is pulsing, yeah, and as you pick up the scroll, you hear a voice, like it's automated, a voice. It says, visitors detected. You have 20 seconds to enter. You have 19 seconds to enter.
I'll look around.
Come on, what are
Scroll.
we waiting for?
Barrel guide you into the barrel beneath the waves. Well, this looks like a picture of a barrel.
You have 15 seconds to enter.
All right. I'm gonna put my hand on the symbol of the barrel.
It goes right through. The scroll almost like widens, like it's going to accept you. You have 13 seconds to enter.
All right, let's go, guys. I'll leap through.
12,
Yeah.
11.
Brother John dives
Yeah.
into it.
I was about to say we might want to go.
Yeah. Sir Ricard will be last, and he'll grab the arm of that human and pull him with him.
Just the arm arrives.
Yep, and as you get through, you hear like a sucking sound, and you just you figure the portal has closed behind you. And you would land. Let's see, where do you land? You land. Somebody roll me a d6 so I can tell you where you land.
I got 6.
6 on the edge of a gaping void. Another
Boy.
gaping void.
Oh,
Yep. And let's see, on the other side, you see a stone barrel.
oh, that's what was in the in that clue that you gave us. Where'd it go? Where is my game? Here we are. Yeah, it says here, time is short, which it was, and pulsing a ruby clock will guide you into the barrel beneath the waves.
Allertop,
couple
I
of
mean,
different-
not Allertop. Ricard. I don't know what Allertop's going to do, but Ricard's going to look up and see if there are any waves above them.
There are, in fact, it looks like a gaping void, and there are waves, and you actually can feel as you start to look around after the disorientation of coming through a a large scroll after being chased by automatons. You feel around you almost like you are in water. Strangely enough, you can all breathe. And you see at the edge of this abyss, it's almost like a trench in the water. At the other end of the other side of the trench is a stone barrel under the, and above you, you can see light, and like, you know how when light comes down through water? That's what it looks like. And you realize that you are swimming.
So we are, in fact, all underwater, and we are able to float despite our armor and such.
Yep.
And we're able to breathe. Well, this is good news. Should we,
And just-
I guess, swim over? So we just came from the barrel?
No? You can see the barrel across from you. You came through a scroll with a picture of a barrel on it.
Okay. And if we look back, we don't see a way. We couldn't go back the way we came, right?
No, it like the
Yeah,
portal
it closed up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything else going on. I guess I'll start doggy paddling towards the actual barrel.
Over the void.
I mean, yeah, I was going to do that until you said it like that.
I learned
I
from
will
Danny.
start dog paddling that way and hope somebody wiser tells me not to.
Yeah, Brother John is gonna say, "Halt! Do not
What?
doggy paddle your way over there yet.
Oh,
It is quite possible that there is some creature that might suck you down into the abyss.
how do you know this?
I do not. Just a hunch."
And we walk around the abyss.
No.
How
I'm
far
Well,
gonna
away
you
take-
is-
could. I suppose you
I'm-
could. Let me see.
I'll take one of my bits of lumber and I'll push it over the void.
Okay, let's see. Rush, roll me a d6. We'll let you do it.
Rolling a d6. I got a 5.
5. Okay. You see a what looks like a hand, but instead of fingers, it has like tentacle-y things. Reach up, grab it, and you hear a voice in your head. It says, "Thank you." And it took your
So-
lumber.
Oh,
Well, that I think you're right, brother.
I have read many scriptures where many creatures dwell in the void. Dangers always lurk in a place like this.
Oh, you've given me great gift. You may pass.
So who actually heard that voice? All of us or just some of
Yeah,
us?
all of you. You hear it like it's in your
All
head.
of us.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It's in my head. Do you
Well, it says we can pass. So I guess giving them the wood appeased it?
Do you really trust the demon of the deep?
If that's why would a demon of the deep want wood?
Exactly.
Yes. From Allertop.
If it liked one piece of wood, perhaps I should give it all the pieces of wood. Then it'll make sure that it's not just talking to letting one of us pass, maybe?
Benji, roll me a d6.
I will roll a d6. Hey, I got a 4 this time.
4? Okay. It'll say, go, go before my children are hungry.
I'm gonna start doing a breaststroke and and hope that it's telling the truth.
Not sure who the children are, but from what that thing is saying, I don't want to meet the children.
Why?
Because it sounds like they might have a taste for dwarf.
Oh, yes. We've not tasted dwarf in a long time. Go. Mo, roll me a d6.
I got a 6.
Okay. Still nothing.
Yeah. Brother John starts swimming towards the barrel.
Okay. Going to say we'll do one more check. Are you all swimming?
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
retard is gonna run around.
Run on the bottom of the ocean.
Like if there's a way to run around the abyss, he'll run around it. He doesn't trust this tentacle thing.
Okay, roll a d6.
Boom, 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. That means, yeah, you're okay. You start to run and you realize that this abyss stretches probably farther than you could go.
Okay. If that's the case, he'll swim across then if he doesn't have a choice.
Okay. So you all swim across. None of you rolled a 1, so that's good. So the thing will leave you be. You get to the barrel. You see the barrel. You look inside, it's darkness. You can hear strange sounds. It looks like there's something at the bottom of the barrel, even though the barrel looks like a normal like ale barrel from the outside, just made of stone. It looks very, very deep on the inside. And you do hear noises coming from the barrel, and what you hear is oh, visitors. We get so excited when we see visitors. Come on with us, bathe with us.
Yes, I bring the good words of Saint Cuthbert, and he goes inside.
Ah, finally, some hospitality for godly men. Perhaps you two want to stay behind, he says to Badenka and Chukis as he hops inside.
She's gonna look. Where are you going? Who was that was talking?
It's just us. We live here.
And who are you?
Who said that?
Well, we're your friends. We're everybody's friends. Warshank's like, oh my god, I wish I'd have stayed back at the other place.
She's gonna say friends of who?
Friends of travelers.
I think I'll keep my distance for now. And she's gonna look over at Brother John and Sir Rickard and say, I don't think you should go over there.
Oh, it's too late.
John's
Brother
already
Rickard's
in.
already here.
Are they already over there?
Yeah, I think they're in the.
Someone,
We're
You
going
guys
to meet.
went-
We're going to meet the ladies.
Yeah, you guys went in the barrel, right?
Ah,
yeah, someone. I don't trust someone that giggly.
It's
You-
just Nikki.
She's going to. So
I don't-
Badenka's going to hang back a bit, and she's going to look over at Chikiz and say, "I think we should stay back here."
The wizard is going to stay back as well because the cleric said, "Oh, they're going to be good to good man." I'm like, I don't think I count as good man.
Just getting the stats here. Oh. So you guys are going in the barrel?
Yeah, John is.
Card is as well.
All right.
Like, how big is this barrel? Is it like a normal, like a barrel?
Barrel, yep, it's just a normal barrel. It just looks
Okay.
really like it goes down like into a very, very deep.
Okay. Yeah, she'll just kind of look down into the barrel and just say, I don't know. I mean, I know that's what the clue told us, but or the gnome. I know the gnome told us this, but I don't know if I trust going into this barrel yet.
So, Brother John and Sir Rickard, you go down to the barrel, and once again, it's like a weird. You were swimming down to the bottom of the barrel, but you would come up out of a deep, clear pool, and there is a fountain of a naked woman. She has water coming out of her breasts, and a bunch of small women. There are 15 of them, and they're all laughing and frolicking in the pool, and they say, "Come with us, bathe with us."
Ah, yes. I've been traveling a long time. It would be nice to have a bath now. What say you, Brother John?
Perhaps not, because we were just in the water. We're dripping wet already.
Are we, though?
Yes, I think.
Are we? I mean, I don't know.
We just emerged out of water, right? We're
Yes, you did. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's magic, so I don't know. Like, are we actually dripping wet?
You're damp. We'll say you're damp.
Yeah, and
Ricard's gonna. I would take him up on the offer. Ricard has a wisdom of 6. I mean,
yeah, Brother John, he's gonna like
and
lean
apparently a
next to-
libido of 15.
He's gonna lean to Rickard and says, we just came out of this pond and we're surrounded by these strange naked women. I do not trust them, not at all.
Yes, they have elfin features. Their teeth are a little bit, just a hint of a point, and they're just laughing and
you
cavorting. And
worry too much, brother. Come on, they've offered us a bath, and
Look upon their teeth. As soon as you remove your armor, I have a feeling that they would be sinking their teeth all over your flesh and ripping them off from your person.
no,
see, they say no.
Trust them not. Trust the words of a servant of Saint Cuthbert, whose words I bring here.
We did not come into the room, correct?
you are still looking
We
down.
did not, no.
You're still in the water looking. You and Allertop and Sir Rickard, or no, I'm sorry, and Bodanka. I believe because Allertop, you stayed up top too, right?
Can we even see what's going on?
I did.
No, you guys really can't see. You can kind of hear female voices talking and the guys talking back, but you can't really see. It's like
Gotcha.
one of those goes all the way down to the bottom, but you can't quite see barrels. And one of the Nixies approaches Sir Rickard. You're very handsome. I really, really do believe you should join us.
They're very persuasive, John, I must say.
John's gonna turn back and yell at all the other members. Allertop, Bodanka, come join us. We are surrounded by these small, naked women.
I'm good. I don't need any small pointy women.
We may need your help.
Vorshak, come join us.
Vorshak gonna jump down into the barrel.
Chukis.
He's gonna say, "We have to get
Get
out of
over
this
here."
ocean somehow," and he's gonna jump in the barrel.
Jakir's not being able to see what happened, but because he's listening to everything, he would just lean over to Bedanka again and go, "The fancy-tongued males seem to need help to breed the females." Like that.
I don't think I can be very helpful in this regard. I will draw my magical dagger and just
Okay.
be picking my teeth as I go down there.
Okay.
But it looks like if my friend wants me to go down there to my death, I guess I'll go down there.
Yeah, you enter out of the pool. The pool is located on the edge of savanna with tall grass stretching away from you guys. And there are the women cavorting, and they say, "Oh, there's no need for that," when they see your dagger. "We are all about goodness and light and bathing. Come bathe with us."
Oh my.
Hey man, she says sassy. I don't know.
All right, so because she is afraid that her friends may be in trouble, she is going to go ahead and Bodanka is going to make her way down there. Even though she doesn't want to. But John and Rickard were apparently very adamant about going down there. So she's going to go and see if she can be of help.
Okay.
And she's going to look at Chakis and say, "I think we should go. I don't want to, but I think we should go down there because I think they're going to need our help against whatever these vile women are."
That is fine. There are women down there, and women usually have eggs.
Sorry. All right. So now everyone's down there. I guess now we'll do the save verse spells.
Oh, shit.
Now that everybody's there. Except I'll give everybody who was suspicious, so that's everybody except Sir Rickard, a +1 bonus on their save. I'm sorry, is that fair, Crystal? I hope that's not fair.
I still lost. I got a 6, and that's with the
Well,
+1.
you don't know what you're saving against yet.
Yeah, spells.
Oh, I didn't hear her say that.
Save verse spells.
Ah! I made it this time.
Polar tip
What?
misses it.
Only because you gave me a +1.
Okay. Brother John, did you?
5. Yeah, he holds up his holy symbol high and proclaims, "Stay back, temptresses! The chastity of Brother Halford shall be tested."
Actually, I do feel a bit dirty.
Did you make it, Crystal?
I rolled a 2. I'm like Ricard is totally buying in. Yeah.
But he's totally okay. So Shakuz, you notice all of them walking towards the pool, and the Nixies trying to like grab their arms and come, yes, and you can see they're kind of slowly getting pulled beneath the waves. I'm assuming Bodanka, you get down there and you realize that they are beautiful, and the boys were right to love them.
Oh, God.
Kidding, but yeah, you're all kind of fascinated by these women as you all start walking into the water.
Oh, they
Did we
are
all
so
fail?
lovely. Look, Chakis. Look how beautiful they are. Oh, I want to go swim with them.
Hey, what
Come,
about
Chakis. Come with me.
What about Vorshak? Did he make it?
Oh, I need to roll for him. You're right.
I made it.
Oh my gosh, Vorshank just rolled a 20.
Sweet.
Nice.
So he
Well,
will
someone's
grab.
about to play Vorshank.
Porzhank is like, I don't know what's going on. I don't trust these women.
So
Vorshank's like, man, I wish I was still back at my other place.
So Vorshank's gonna look at Chakuz and he's gonna say, or Chakiz, and he's gonna say, "Well, we need to grab these guys. We need to grab them now."
So he's gonna and he's gonna look at Bodanka, who's talking about the boys were right, and he's like, they're so attractive, and he's like, their tails are not long enough for this one, and he reaches down and he grabs like whichever character would be the closest, and as she's trying to pull down, he grabs them and just yanks them up roughly out of the water.
Okay, so you yank. Let's see. Let's see who would be close
You
to.
want me to roll randomly?
Yeah, roll a because Vorshank's gonna grab at Allertop because
Okay.
that's who was his friend. So roll a d4 and a 1, 2, or 3. We'll just say if you get a 4, we'll just say you
Okay.
pick
I got a 3.
3. So you grab Brother John. Yank him up, and he keeps trying to
Unhand me. I must be with them.
Allertop Vorshank starts to grab you like, no, come on, we gotta get out of here.
My vows be damned. And then he's like trying to get away and
But
be with those women.
they're offering us such treasure. They are just wanting to help us out.
Look how beautiful they are. Come, let's go swim with them.
I'm gonna give everybody another chance because we have people pulling and this all is going on.
Okay.
Everybody make the save this time. Everybody gets +2.
Okay.
Do I have to remake it?
I still
No.
fail.
Okay.
The guard is like, yes, indeed, they are beautiful. And he starts stripping his armor away.
John failed by 1.
Allertop, I got a 2.
Okay.
It's the giggle.
Yeah, that's what does it. This.
Okay. So Allertop and Brother John are still being pulled away. Bodanka and
Bodanka.
Sir Rickard, I'm gonna say you guys are unfortunately you're pulled under.
Oh no!
I think that's how it works, right, Crystal?
Say versus death, I guess. Sounds like that to me.
Well,
So I'm
I
gonna-
mean, you can hold your breath for a few minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think we would. I mean, I'm pretty sure once they get you under there, like they have at you.
Well, things are about to get ugly in this pool. Then
But I thought we were all able to breathe underwater and move underwater.
In the
Yeah.
last area.
In the previous
that's-
place, but maybe not this place.
Oh, okay.
Well, it
Yeah.
says for Nixies, it says, and I'm using OD&D because I don't see Nixie in BX at all. That the charm person spell. Oh, I might have done this wrong.
It sounds like you did it right to me.
We blame Daniel.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it should have affected.
You hear that, Daniel? It's your fault.
Don't know if it should have affected all of you. Is my thing.
Well, and keep in mind that 2 of us have water breathing scrolls. So if it is still going to affect us, we could probably still survive a longer time.
Well, do-
But would you have the sense to use it? That's the
Yeah.
question.
Right,
That's
because
the
you're under
point.
the Nixie spell. What I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make it up. Allertop and Brother John, I'm gonna say that you guys have been pulled away from the Nixies far enough to where you've come out from under their spell. And Bodanka and Sir Rickard, I'm gonna give you another shot when you go under the waves. Maybe that shocks you enough to where you start to kind of come out of it. So let's see if we can
Okay.
get you guys.
Yeah,
Let's
it
try
looks
it
like
again.
So
Just
just
because I
regular
think, just
savers
because
and
I think I
spells?
might have done this. Yeah, just because I think I might have
Yeah.
done it wrong.
it looks like
Oh,
charm
I made it
person and
sound-
BX is per person. Not,
Ew! My
it's not-
God.
I'm sorry. It looks like charm person and BX is not like sleep. It only affects a single person.
Okay, so Allertop and Brother John will say that you guys are good since they pulled you out of it. Wodanka and Sir Rickard, did you?
I actually passed this time,
I
even with
did
my
not.
-1 wisdom.
Okay, so
So once Brother Ricard realizes that he's about to be drowned, he's gonna grab Bodenka by the shirt scruff and start dragging her back as he tries to swim away.
okay, yep, you do that and you get her out of there, and we're just going to. The Nixies are giggling. Oh, you will regret this. We could have offered you wonders as you all run away. I'm assuming from the pool. And Sir Rickard, I'm assuming you're carrying a struggling Bodenka out
Yes.
there.
No, I want to go back. They're beautiful.
That's
I
just
know.
how I'm going to handle my screw up. Is that
Yes.
you all were affected, but you all managed to get out. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, I know they are, but they're also deadly.
They're not. They just wanted to bathe us.
Alas, my chastity was tested, and I was found wanting.
Oh.
It's okay, brother. It happens to the best of us.
Weaklings.
That's not very nice.
Okay.
I mean, Bodenka's was also tested, and she was found wanting.
Yes, we
Yes,
all were.
but-
Most of
but-
us were.
But she is prettier than you.
No arguments here.
So after escaping the grasp of the Naiads or the Nixies, and like I said, I'm sorry about that, guys. That was my screw up. Apologies.
That's okay. It wasn't really a bad one. I mean, it still
Nah.
effed people up. So
It's all good to me.
You see the savannah stretching around you. And yeah, you just see long grass, and you smell just very faintly from the east, just like a rotting smell.
Mm.
And you hear kind of coming towards you a very large rumble, like as of many big things all moving at once, like in a herd. Let me get the last clue here.
the Donka.
I'm not sure what you want to do.
If there's rumbling, it sounds like a herd. We're probably going to want to figure out where they're at and try to get out of their way if this is stampede.
Brother John starts running perpendicular to the direction of the rumbling,
Okay.
and he says, "Come on!" He says, "Come, run, get to the chopper."
So
Wrong
you guys
accent.
you guys see that, and you see him start running. Does anybody else want to do anything else?
I would like to start running as well, but I would like to cast shield on myself, thinking that
Okay.
I'm probably gonna get trampled, and hopefully that'll save me.
Okay.
So we're standing in the middle of a savannah, you said?
Yep, like grass waving in the breeze all around you, except for where you can still hear faintly the giggling. You still kind of want to go that way, some of you, but you're not gonna.
Do we
Yeah,
see
but
any like?
Danga's still a little groggy.
Yep.
Is there like a decent sized stone or like something that might be like a rock or stone that might be like 4 feet tall ish, some kind of a boulder, anything like that, or is it just straight grass?
Straight grass. And you kind of hear like a trumpeting noise, like an elephant
Yeah.
at this point.
Can we discern which direction it's coming from?
Yes, it's coming from the same way you smelled the rotting smell.
So, in that case, Chikiz would grab Bodanka and turn 90 degrees from that direction instead of running the same direction as instead of running the opposite direction of the smell, he would turn and go perpendicular.
Particular, like okay.
Yeah, to try and get out of the way of the stampede, and he would just like grab her and just start pulling her along. And he would look at her and say, "You must run. Follow this one."
Okay. You do that, and you guys are running perpendicular. Allertop has his shield up. Sir Rickard, what are you? Are you just gonna follow?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow Chukez.
Okay, and you guys, as you're running, there is enough room. There are 8 elephants, and they're not exactly stampeding, but they are walking quite fast. And they don't seem to notice you. They just, one of them, kind of a smaller one, maybe does, and he trumpets. They all stop. And they turn. One of them walks up. Wait!
The elephant speaks.
He speaks. Wait!
He just kind of looks wide-eyed at Bodanka.
But Danga looks
Chikiz,
groggily at Chikiz and say, "Did that elephant just speak?"
I did. How elephants talk? I don't even know.
I don't know. And Chikiz would go,
No
"This-
idea.
This one knows
Hi
not
there.
of such." Chikiz would say, "This one knows not of such things." And he kind of dips his head back behind Bodanka's shoulder. Weirded out.
He says, he looks, his trunk kind of snakes over Bodanka's shoulder. And it's like, just kind of feels you a little bit. You can't see my hands. I'm doing a snaky motion. And then he says, "Oh, I'm gonna make him British. Do you have any cakes? Or
No.
wine, sweet wine and cakes?"
No, just eggs.
I do indeed have some wine.
I don't suppose you'd share. We've been traveling through the savannah for ages without any wine, and we love wine and we love cakes.
Well, I cannot help with cakes. We do have some eggs.
No,
Perhaps-
we don't.
No, cake and wine. That's what we like. And you see a couple of the other elephants come up. They're carrying swords in their trunks. I am not making this up. This is in the adventure.
Bro, that's awesome.
And they're like, "What you find there, Guff? Oh, friends. Hello, cakes."
And Sir Ricard will take out his bottle of wine and he'll take a swig and then he'll offer it to the elephant.
"Oh, thank you." And he grabs it with his trunk and he somehow maneuvers his trunk back so he can take some wine.
Talking elephants. I have some cheese. And he holds up the cheese that he carries.
"Oh, geez, that goes with wine. Yeah, right on. Yeah, cheerio. Thank you." And
I'm
they'll-
Brother John Halford. Who might you be?
I'm Barney.
Well met, buddy.
This is
And,
Scott, and that's Spencer.
And have you always been elephants?
We've always been. Oh yes, yes, always elephants, and actually we have a message for you.
Indeed.
Sketch the room upon the wall, and flesh shall allow passage. And I wrote that in the chat. That's your final clue.
Sir
I know it's-
Ricard. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sir Ricard will stroke at his mustache and say, Brother John, perhaps these elephants would care to hear of your god.
Yes, that would be good. Gather around, my friends.
Oh, you know what? We've drank our fill of wine, and if you don't have any cake, we really must be going. And I know
Have
it's.
Have you ever heard the good words of Saint Cuthbert, the brave, the gentle, the jovial?
Oh,
He's
we're
magnificent, my friends. He starts like going off.
I know it's gonna smell bad, but the flesh will allow your passage. And we worship Saint Dumbo. You might have heard of him.
Saint Dumbo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Saint Dumbo, never heard of him. It's not like Fultus, is she?
Oh no, he flies and he talks to mice and whatnot. This has been great, and the next gate, I've been told, smells like the dog's dinner. But I assure you, you'll be fine.
Sketch the rune, he says.
Yep. Sketch the rune upon the wall, and flesh shall allow passage. You're all right, mate. We're off now. And they leave. They've got their wine and
yes, but the good words of Saint Cuthbert.
Oi, maybe next time. Oi.
Yeah.
I'm totally putting British elephants into one of my adventures at some
I
point.
don't know where that came from.
Don't make apologies. Just be awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah.
All right.
Daniel never would have put British elephants in his adventures.
I actually play with 3 British guys named Barney, Spencer, and Scott. I'm going to owe them all.
There you go.
So yeah, so they've told you so. You can go. So I know it's getting on towards 10 o'clock. So, but luckily this is the last gate before the end. So.
All right.
There is this wall of flesh that smells like dog's dinner. Dogs eat very well, I've been told. He starts rubbing his tummy.
Hmm.
But are they talking about dog's dinner before or after he eats it?
You.
I
Does
have
it
a feeling
matter?
that Chikez would eat it either way.
We follow our nose. Like
Yeah, you
Jan says.
follow your noses, and you come up to I was supposed to roll you see a hut. Yeah. The hut is made out of flesh, and the interior walls are covered with mystical symbols.
Sketch the rune upon the wall. Which rune would that be then?
Which wall? And
Oh,
if it's flesh,
so maybe
what flesh? Someone's flesh? They're gonna have to sacrifice themselves?
oh, could be. Hey, what if does the shack have 4 different walls?
The hut, yes, 4 walls. They're all made of flesh.
And they all have from the inside we have runes that we see on all 4 walls?
You do. One rune is actually how one. You see one rune. There's it doesn't say anything about what the rune looks like.
Well, that's okay. My character is the only one who needs to know what they look like. As a player, I won't have any idea. I'm wondering if we looked at the four walls, if they have the same runes, or if like one of them, like they're all the same except one of the walls is missing a rune. Then perhaps we can use the other walls to determine what that rune should be.
Yes, I like that. So on each of the three walls, you see runes. They one of them is runes that look like, and since you're a magic girl, I will say one of them looks like tells a story about big cats on the savannah. One looks like it tells the story of crocodiles, and one looks like tells the story of hippopotamuses. So the fourth wall needs a story. What story will you sketch onto the flesh? There
I
you
would
go.
say elephants. Elephants eating cake, or
cheese.
elephants drinking wine.
Cheese, wine, and cake.
So one of them has cats, a story about cats. One of them has elephants. One of them has hippopotamuses.
No,
Oh,
one
okay,
has,
one-
no, one has crocodile, one has cats, and one has hippopotami.
Okay, so there's no elephant.
There are no elephants yet.
So we could do an elephant.
I like the idea of adding cake runes to it as well.
They really like cake, but we did not have cake to give them.
Does everybody agree?
Yes, sounds wonderful.
All right. Elephants eating cake, being happy. Maybe, and I'll have them listening to a fellow telling them about Saint Cuthbert. They have to earn their cake by listening to a little sermon.
Okay. You sketch, and it takes maybe, half hour or so to sketch. We'll just make sure. Young, roll a d6 for me.
Oh boy. I rolled one.
Okay. As you're sketching, you hear, no, you mustn't. You mustn't. And you are, you turn around and you see coming out of one of the other walls a white. So I don't know if you want to stand and fight or if you want to just keep sketching and try to get out.
Oh yeah.
White
keep
what?
Sketching.
Oh,
Sketch faster. Sketch faster.
I will use the protection from undead scroll.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Could I cast it on somebody?
Let me see. I got my monsters and treasure book. Well, actually, I keep thinking I'm playing OD&D. This is not OD&D.
Yeah,
We just make
Jakiz is ready to fight though.
I think that the way it works is
treasure.
that you cast it, and as long as we don't attack, it's fine. I think. Protection from undead. When read, this scroll will protect all those within the circle from a variable number of undead for 6 turns. The number of undead affects the variety according to their hit die as follows: 1 to 3, 2d12, 4 to 5 hit die, 2d6, 6 or more hit die, 1 to 6.
Okay, yeah. So you guys will be fine.
What's the radius?
It's a small hut. I'm assuming that you're all within the circle of protection
Okay.
because it says all within the circle, right, Crystal? Right?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
How big is that circle, by the way?
Let me just see.
10 foot across.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of space.
Nice.
If you all just don't mind bunching up.
No,
Yeah.
I definitely don't mind bunching up. I would much rather bunch up than have to fight a white.
You can see. So tell me, Brother John, actually, give you some role play. What do you say to keep this white at bay?
Oh, his eyes widen and he says, "Alas, we're beset by a white." And he pulls out a scroll case and he says, "Behold the scroll of armaments." And he pulls out the scroll and starts reading it. It's like, "You shall hold this scroll aloft and read from ye passages and count to 3." And basically he reads it and says, "Be gone, white. Thou canst not come any closer."
Okay, yeah, and you
Yeah.
see the white is kind of kept at bay as you finish your drawing. It's a beautiful drawing of elephants and cake, and Brother John holding forth about St. Cuthbert to the elephants as they're eating their cake. And all of a sudden you see the flesh start to like rip and tear as a portal appears before you.
Let's
And
go.
Bedanka's gonna say, "Let's get in."
Everybody go.
And Ricard is gonna grab Vorshak, and who's still with us, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he
Yep.
is.
And he's gonna pull Vorshak through.
Okay. You all tumble out onto the streets of wrong button. Of Goblinburg. And you guys know that you were supposed to bring the portal key to the patrician Gabo, the most excellent patrician Gabo, and then he could use the key so that the wizards can reopen or have safe passage. So we just need to find Gabo.
I'll talk to the first goblin I see. Hey, where's Gabo these days? Is he right up there?
Do you speak Goblin?
No.
Bedanka does. So Bedanka is like, "Hey, where's Gabo?" Basically mimicking exactly what Allertop just said.
Okay,
Haven't
yeah,
seen
because
him
they were
around.
they drew their swords at Allertop because they were like, oh. And they look at Bodanka and they're like, wow. They say,
Wait,
go ahead.
aren't dwarves and goblins like ancient enemies?
They are, yes. But in this,
Yeah.
we're gonna ignore that for now. If this was a campaign, I would have, but
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna ignore that for now.
Okay.
But it's true. In canon law, dwarves and goblins, but for now, that's why dwarves can speak goblin, because they speak the names of their enemies. And he goes, we weren't gonna let you through. What is this guy talking about? Not in our language. Gotta speak our language.
Well, he just doesn't know it. However, as you see and hear, I know your language very well.
Yeah, because everybody else is lunch. There's goblins, and then there's lunch.
Well, I would not recommend you eat my friends.
Especially this one.
Oh, they
You
look at
speak
you.
Goblin?
They walk over to the lizard man and start sniffing. You smell especially tasty, but if you're with her, we'll leave you alone. Goblins like lizard.
She looks over at Chuck Chuckiz and says, so you're particularly tasty, huh? She just kind of winks at him. And so she asks again, so we need to find Gabo. Do you know where Gabo is?
Gabo? Yeah, we can take you to Gabo. This way. And you are you're led through the streets of Goblinburg. You see lots of goblins and goblinoid creatures like kobolds, some hobgoblins. It's kind of smelly. I'll be honest, goblins are not known for their hygiene. And
yeah, Bedanka's turning her nose up as she can.
You come to rude. You come to a palace, what looks like a palace. As palacey as goblins get. You are led into a throne room where there's a very big goblin. He is green and he's warty, and He has a crown on his head. The crown is made out of sticks and rock and one single gem. And he says, "Who comes before Gobbo? Gobbo the Great, King of Goblinburg."
Yes, I'm Brother John Halford. Allow me to share the greatest story there ever was of Saint Cuthbert.
Bodanga's gonna look over at John. Not right now.
But the greatest story.
Yes, I know. It's the greatest story, but not right now. You can tell your story later. She kind of whispers to him.
Yes, we shall tell it together, brother, and civilize these savages.
Do you speak Goblin, Sir Rickard?
Oh, no, sorry.
And he'll say, "Twila, why are these lunches talking to me in this weird language?" And the other goblin go, "This one speaks our language, this one." And he points it. He says, "If you don't want them to eat your friends, you best talk." He looks at you, Bodenka. Because Allertop has the key. So
Okay. So, King Gobbo. We're supposed to bring the key to him, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we have a key for you. And she gestures over to Allertop. Allertop here has your key, and then she looks over at Allertop and speaks in common. Get the key out and show it to Gobbo.
This is where I say, actually, I left my key in my clothes.
oh my god. What did the lunch say? You have key for wizards? We have made deal with wizards to help them if you brought key.
Yes.
Just pulls his dagger out and stabs himself.
See, just a moment. And she walks over to Allertop. Are you serious? You don't have the key?
I mean, I put it in my pocket, and I don't have any pockets anymore. So,
Oh god, I didn't
I'll
know that.
I'll busily look through all of my things and see that somehow it survived.
Yes, please.
All right, guys, this will be it. We see if you get lunched by the goblins. Let's see. What do you guys want? 1 to 3 and 4 to 6? What do you want each one to be? 1 to 3, yes, and 4 to 6, no? Or I'll let you guys call it. And someone else can roll it. I'm not rolling
I'm not rolling it. I don't want to take that kind of responsibility.
I mean, it was Benji's responsibility to get it here. I say Benji calls it higher
Yes.
You want me to call it, or you want me to roll it?
You should have to
or low.
roll it.
Do you guys want? What do you guys want? 1 to 3. How do you want to do it? 1 to 3, you have the key, and 4 to 6, you don't. How's that?
Okay.
Okay, roll it, Benji.
Okay.
Okie dokie. All right, well, that'd be a 5.
So yeah, you're like he's in my other pants. Gobbo stands up and he says, "Well, the wizards aren't going to be happy about this. What do you think we should do about this? Non-lunch?" And he looks at Bodenka.
And she just kind of looks over and smiles. So he didn't have the key, right?
Nope.
Okay, so she looks over and says, well, we could go find the key. And then she turns around, looks at her friends, says, "We gotta get the hell out of here right now. Or we're about to be lunch for these goblins."
Yeah, you see the goblins start to do that thing where they just casually reach for their weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, we've got to go now. So she looks over at Gobbo and goes, "Oh, King Gobbo, I am so sorry to be wasting your time like this. We will go and get the key, and we will bring it right back as promised." And then she's going to kind of start to slowly back up and grab a hold of Jakiz and say, "Yeah, we've got to go right now, and we have to go."
Okay.
Do we happen to see anything that looks like it's the final gate to get us back or anything?
Well, I'm going to say yes. I'll say there is, you guys turn around as you can just barely make out behind you, in the door of one of the archways in the palace, just that faint shimmer of ectoplasm that you saw at the beginning. Very faint.
All right, well, I think we need to get through it pretty quickly. Can I use my knock spell on it so that it opens up and we can...
I'm going to say yes because I really like that idea. Yes. Wait.
Excellent.
Gabo stands up as you guys are backing up. This isn't how it's supposed to end. Wait. And he stands up and goes, guards, stop the lunches.
Could I cast something?
Absolutely. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Brother John casts light on the eyes of the goblin to blind him.
Oh, yeah. That I believe that just works, I think. Let me make sure.
I think there's just save versus spells.
Yeah. But he's a goblin, so his spell save is... I'm going to roll for him. He rolled a 3. So he goes, yeah, oh, right. Oh, good. Yeah, I didn't ask for lunch with a show.
Mm-hmm.
Brother John says, tell the goblin that unless he does not release us, he shall remain blind forever.
Okay, so Bodenka looks over at Gabo and says, my friend here says you will be blind forever unless you let us go.
Oh, fine, go then. We'll deal with the mages later. Or they'll deal with you. Welshing on a deal. Lousy lunch. Lousy lunch. Worst lunch ever. 0 stars.
Wow, we got 0 stars as a rating? Damn.
Worst lunch ever.
So are you guys gonna run for the...
Oh yeah, we're gonna head for the hills and get out of there.
All right. Yeah, I will just say you guys run. Allertop cast knock on the ectoplasm. You all pile back out onto the ground in front of that obsidian archway that you started with. Where, you're going to have to answer to the 9 mages at some point. So let's see how this ends.
Well, we'll as a party, I would think we would want to go try to find the key that got lost. If we can.
So how does it end for Sir Rickard as you are now once again covered in ooze and went through all this trouble just to find out you didn't have the key at the end?
That is awesome. I
I'm
totally
very-
have
I
a
did not
7
even
wisdom
think-
going on. I should have checked for it, and I just was not wise enough to even consider it until that last minute. That was hilarious.
Well,
You know what though? That would actually be what would happen to us. Face it. That would happen to us in real life.
Oh man, that was so great.
Sir Rickard, how does it end for Sir Rickard?
Sir Ricard will wipe his face off and wipe his mustache off, and he'll say, well, I suppose all's well that ends well. We probably should have just taken out the Goblin King. Now goblins may be a problem, but come, Brother John, I shall go with you, and together we shall preach the good word of your God to those who will hear. And he straightens up his outfit and goes with Brother John to preach the good word.
Nice. And what does Brother John say to that? How does it end?
It sounds wonderful. Let us do so. But before we do, I don't believe we have anything to worry about because it was the mages who came to us to seek our help, and it was not our fault that the robe was taken from Allertop.
Okay.
We simply do not have to collect any reward, but I don't believe we are in great danger.
Okay. Allertop, what do you have to say to that?
Yeah,
How's it end?
I really need the wizard's help for my little task, but the goblins are not known to be truth tellers. We were given a key and we were told to give it to the goblin, and now we don't have the key. Clearly we gave it to the goblin, right? Anyway, I'll talk to the people in the group who aren't honest and see if they can help me. Sorry.
You see Brother John's eyes like rolling back. He's like,
All right, how does it end for Chiquiz?
So as they're running back to jump inside the big thing of goop, he's running alongside Bodanka and he just looks over at her and he's like, we should have offered them the dumb one to roast and eat. And then he kind of grabs a hold of her and kind of lifts her up since he's a little bit taller and stronger, and it leaps into the goop. And as they come through on the other side, he's like, he looks over at Bodanka and he's like, this one still owes you the life debt, but prefer the company of others like you. The tall ones are very stupid.
And how does it end for
And
Bodanka?
pops an egg in his mouth.
How does it end for Bodanka?
Sorry. So Bodanka on top of Chiquiz's shoulders just starts to giggle when he talks about the other ones. She says, well, I don't think they are very stupid. I just think they're not like you. However, I think, it's probably time for us to move on. I would like to go back to my family. I have not seen them in quite some time. So I think that's where she's going to end up taking Chiquiz. And, the other dwarves, they may not like your appearance at first, but they'll get used to you and befriend you like I have. So that's what she's planning on doing, is going back home for a trip.
Okay, excellent. And yes, our heroes lost the key and did not fulfill their mission, but they all survived, and that's how it ends. And I'm going to stop the recording there. Thanks for playing, guys. Let me just stop this recording.